guess I'm gonna lie down. Where's my phone? Take a good mask, Malcolm. I don't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now I hear you.
Good morning. How are you doing? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was really nice. I mean, we took a shot. We had my son and his 8-year-old and 6-year-old, and it was
Oh,
nice fire in the fireplace. And, you know, we got a lot of animals around here.
oh, that's so cute.
Wild turkeys and swans. We have a pond. So they're like
Oh,
so happy out here.
oh my goodness. So he was in heaven. That must have been so much fun for him.
Yeah, well, the kids love it. The kids were
Y-
going crazy. They just love being, we have a trampoline, you know, it's different than the city.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And so was this the first time that you saw everybody since?
No, when we got back here, my son that lives in LA and his family was out here. They have a house.
Yeah.
And my son and his kids were out here. And we went to the city for Halloween. Actually, New York City is not bad at all. I mean, this 4 point whatever it is not in where they live downtown.
Right.
Staten Island and upstate New York, but still you got to be careful.
Yeah. And now are the kids going to school and stuff, or are they everything's closed?
Well, what happened is they go to the French lycée, which is French and English,
Yeah.
and there were like 3 kids that got it, and they closed. No,
Closed.
they didn't. Yeah, they were exposed to it or whatever. And
Right.
it was
Whatever
closed.
they're classifying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever it is, they just closed it. And they're supposed to, you know, I'm not sure they're going to open up till,
Yeah.
but I think, you know, these kids, the younger kids seem to be doing better than the older kids about getting it. Or, listen, who knows? We just got to really hope this vaccine is going to work and going to get
Yeah.
out.
And everybody can get it.
Yeah, well, I don't think everyone's going to get it. I mean, just the amount of healthcare workers,
Right.
just the elderly, it's half the population.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a real quick fix. Like we were thinking we'd come back if we could get the vaccine.
Yeah.
But, you know, at this point, we're really comfortable here. I mean, no, we walked to the beach, no bathing suits, but jackets and hats. And it is,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Listen, it's so crazy down here. Like people are just still in denial. Like I went to the supermarket, I went to the store the other day to go drop my dog off to get for the groomers, and half of the people were not wearing masks. And I'm just like, what is going on? Like this is not,
And it
Like,
just gets higher and higher. And listen, the governor is like Trump. You know,
yeah,
get sick and we'll wait for the vaccine. You know,
yeah.
it really it's. I mean, I'm petrified to go back. I won't go back.
I think the people in New York are just probably, even though there are risks and more, it's getting higher. Like, I think people are more respectful. People down here
Oh,
are not
it's
respectful at
like
all.
night and day. It's like
Yeah.
night and day. First of all, they were really hit hard in the spring. And in
Yeah.
March, nobody knew anything. And the hospitals were mobbed and people were just, but it's a different mentality. I mean, I'm from New York. I lived here all my life. We know how to cope in a crisis because
Yeah.
we get them all the time. 9/11, you know, we just know what to do. And I just think, quite frankly, it's a more educated population.
Yeah.
And
I honestly, I feel like that has to do something with it, because I just can't understand why we're now 8 months in it and people just can't wear a mask. Like, that's all they're asking is just put on a mask. They're saying everything can stay open, just put on a mask. And people still can't do it.
go to a supermarket when people are, we have also like lines in the supermarket, which way you go. So everybody's going in the same way. And I mean, it's just
Yeah.
such a different, even our friends, we have quite a big group of friends that live in the city that have places out here. They're all staying out here. And even with them, and they're like family to us, we're careful. We wear masks, we go out,
Yeah.
even if it's cold, we sit outside. It's just a different mentality.
Yeah.
It's just, and I'll tell you, I told you, I think I live in the 39th floor, and they don't, the building has all these rules, nobody follow. I mean,
Nobody respects
there
it.
are people that follow it, but it's not even age related. We can have
No. No,
an
there's no rhyme or
8-year-old.
reason. There's not, it's like, it's just, you never know. It's like,
Yeah.
it's really
So,
not.
you know, you know, I'm just, we're really happy here because it's, you know, our home.
Yeah.
But, you know, it'd be nice to have a little warmer weather. But
Yeah, no, especially now as it starts to get cold. Well, today we have a cold front. It's like, I think it's like 50 degrees here.
well, it's really not been bad. It's really been beautiful. So,
Yeah. Well, that's good.
whatever
I
it
mean,
is, we're
honestly, you're
doing our
safer there than you are here, because nobody's respecting anything down here. So,
best. No, no,
you
no,
know.
I'm not coming back. I almost feel like, you know, renting my apartment, but I can't imagine anybody wanting to be in Miami. But they all want houses.
They
Like a
do.
lot of people are going down, and a lot of people are buying,
Yeah.
but nobody wants an apartment. They'll overpay for a house, but nobody's going to
Right.
an apartment.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just much safer.
All right. Well, how are you feeling otherwise? Is there anything, I think it's just you and me. So is there anything that you want to do?
Mm, I mean, I like everything really. You know, the legs are good, the tush is good, you know, it's all good.
Okay, so we'll do some stuff there. You have a ring or a band?
I have a band. Okay, Nachum's going to the doctor. Bye, darling. I have a band and I have weights and I could have a ball if you want.
Okay, yes, so let's grab the ball. We'll use that for some tushy stuff. And then we will let's use the band so that we can do a little bit of stretches with that. Okay?
Right, I'm gonna go get the ball.
Perfect. so we'll start with the band and we'll just go ahead and place it on our feet. So we're gonna lie down and we're gonna use it to stretch out first. So go ahead and place that band and just pull into that strap. And really try to flex the foot. See if you can straighten out that leg as much as possible. Just take a couple of seconds here to pull that band in towards you. And then we're going to open it out to the side. So just open it out. Yeah. And then we're going to bring it back into center and cross it over. Nice. Perfect. Bring it back into center. Let's switch the leg. Opposite leg on that band. Pull in. Make sure you're flexing the feet so that the toes are pointing down. We're trying to stretch and straighten that opposite leg as much as possible. And then you're going to go ahead and open it out to the side. And then bring it back into center. And then we'll take it across. And then we'll go ahead and place both legs on that band. Come back into center. Yeah, if you can get both feet on there, pull into the band, pull down, flex the feet. Keep the tailbone down and just pull the legs towards you. Nice. And then we'll go ahead and release. We can place that band down next to us. We're going to place our feet down and we're going to do a couple of curl ups. So we're going to go ahead and just bring the arms overhead. Take a big deep inhale and we're just going to curl up halfway. So feet are down about hip width apart. We're going to inhale and exhale, curl up halfway. Bring the arms by the hips and then lower the head down. Bring the arms overhead. So we're bringing the arms down by the hips, curling head, neck, and shoulders up, and then lowering back down. We're just going to flow like this. Curl up and down. 4 more. Up and down. Try to get that exhalation to sink in with the movement. Every time you curl up, I want you to exhale. We're going to do 2 more. And the last one we're going to hold. We're going to do that 100. So we're going to begin to pulse the arms up and down, exhaling for 5 and inhaling for 5. So it's out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last set. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it up. Curl up a little higher. Exhale a little bit more. And lower all the way down. Arms come up overhead. Beautiful. Take a big deep inhale. Big exhale. All right. So on the next one, we're going to kind of flow similar, but slightly different. Instead of bringing the arms straight flat down, we're going to bring the arms to the side and we're going to curl up. Okay. So out in a big T and then towards the hips, curl up. Out in a big T and then towards the hips. And each time we're curling up just a tiny little bit. And we're trying to exhale all the air out. Out. And in. And last 3. And 2. Last 1. Hold it and lower all the way down. Bring the arms out into a T. Okay, stay here. We're going to bring the knees now up into tabletop. We'll hold here. Okay, so we'll start with a little stretch. Arms are still out in a big T. We're going to drop the knees over towards the right. Keep your shoulders down. Look over the left shoulder. And then we're going to bring it back into center. Drop the knees over towards the left. Keep the right shoulder down and look over that shoulder. Perfect. All right, so we're going to come back into center. Now we're going to drop the legs over towards the right. We're going to hold it here. Okay, so don't look over the left shoulder just yet. You're going to bring your left hand behind your head. And this time you're going to curl head, neck, and shoulders up and give me like a little crunch. And then you're going to lower back down. So a little crunch. The knees are over towards the right and down. Perfect. We're working that waistline, trying to create some heat in the body. And we're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, stay up, hold it here, little tiny pulses up for 10, 9, like micro crunches, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. Extend the left arm out, bring the knees up into center, and then drop them over towards the left side. Hold here, bring that right hand behind the head. We're curling up and lower. So up and down. And down. 6. We got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one, we're going to hold it up. Little tiny crunches, micro crunches for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Bring the arms out to the side, knees into the center, and let's just hug our knees. Give ourselves a little hug. You can rock from side to side. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to keep the right knee in. We're going to extend the left leg out. We're going to go ahead and do those single leg stretches. Curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Keep those elbows nice and wide. We're going to switch and switch. 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 Now we're staying curled up. And you're pulling that knee in towards you as much as you can. Now we're moving at a nice slow pace. No need to rush here. Flow with your breath. Let's do 5, 5, 4, and 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Last one, and 1. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go straight into our extended leg. So extend that leg up towards the ceiling. We pull that leg in towards us, stretching the hamstrings. And then we switch and switch, switch and switch. Beautiful. Stay curled up if possible. If the neck starts to get heavy, you can always place it down for a little bit. Lower the head. And let's do 5, 5, 4, 4. Last 3, 3, 2, 2. 1 and 1. Lower the head, neck, the shoulders, knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Perfect. All right, we're gonna rock and roll up like a ball. So place your hands onto your shins, and we're just gonna roll up without letting our feet touch the ground, and then we roll back down. Roll up, find that balance, and lower back down. We'll do 2 more here, and then we'll stay up. And the last one, hold it here, perfect. Now let's release our hands, hold. We can lift the legs up a little bit, yes. And if you can extend it, perfect, perfect. Lower all the way down, awesome. Okay, feet are gonna be hip width apart. Let's give ourselves a little stretching and twisting. Hands are gonna come behind the head, elbows nice and wide. Okay, we're gonna start with some side bends. So flexing the feet, you're just gonna side bend to the right, let that left elbow go up towards the ceiling, and then come back up to center. And then we side bend to the left and center. One more time to each side, right, and center, and then left and center. Perfect. We'll take it into twist next. So rotate to the right, elbows out wide, and then back into center, hand to the left, and center. Perfect. One more time to each side, right, center, and then left, center. All right, so we're gonna do a twist with a hinge. So we're gonna go right, then we're gonna bring that left elbow down, and then we're gonna come on up, center. So twist left, right elbow down, and lift. And then we come back to center and the same thing. One more time to each side. And center. All right, so this next one, we're gonna add a little squeeze. So same movement, we're just adding a little squeeze. So we're gonna rotate to the right, hinge, and then you're gonna bring that right elbow to meet the left. So squeeze both elbows together, and then we lift. So we rotate to the left, we hinge, bring the left elbow to touch the knee, and then we come up. Let's do that one more time to each side. So right, hinge, then left elbows or right elbow squeezes, and then we come up. Should feel really yummy on the back. All right, left side. Right elbow, right knee, left elbow, and come on up. All right, release, shake it out. Okay, we're gonna bring the feet together, and we're just gonna roll forward, okay? So feet together, I'm still keeping them flexed. We're gonna sit up tall. Inhale and exhale, begin to forward fold, reach those arms past your feet. Reach, 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 and then stack up nice and tall. All right, 2 more just like that. So hinge forward, reach, 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 and stack up tall. Last one. And out tall. All right, so squeeze the feet together. We're gonna roll back, but we're only gonna go halfway. So you're gonna roll back, you're gonna find that place where it's really hard. Lower those shoulders down, where you feel like you might almost fall back. Hold here, and then we're gonna come right back up. So inhale, exhale, point the toes, squeeze the abs, lower it down, and back up. All right, let's do a couple more. So we lower down halfway, tuck the tailbone under, and up. The last one we're gonna hold here. Okay, scoop the belly, squeeze those legs together. We're gonna bring the arms up and down, up and down. Now, can you keep your torso from moving? Let's just do 5 more. 4, last 3, 2, last one we're gonna hold here. We're gonna open to the right, bring it back into center, open to the left. So incorporating those twists that we just worked on, right and left, right and left. And try to stay down at your lowest point so that you're working those abs. We're gonna do 5, 5, and 4. 4, last 3, 3, 2, 2, and last 1, and 1, and come on up. Give me that forward fold, stretch it out. Beautiful. Okay, so grab your ball. We don't need it just yet, just make sure it's close by. And we're just gonna roll all the way down. So we're gonna be down on our back, and you can just take the ball, just place it right next to you for a second so that you have it when we get ready to move into that exercise. We're gonna bring the right leg up towards the ceiling. Okay, now adjust your back so that you're not sideways, you have a nice flat back and it's imprinting on the ground, okay? We're gonna go ahead and go into circles. You're gonna just draw that circle with that right leg. Doesn't matter which leg you started with. All right. So we circle, we pause in the middle. Circle, pause. Circle, pause. Let's do 4 more. 2, 1, and then reverse. Reverse those circles. Now keep your hips nice and steady. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lower that leg down. Let's take the opposite leg up. Point the toes. Again, get your back in position. Make sure you're not arching. And you start with those circles. I want you to really keep your core nice and tight so your hips are not wobbling. Let's do 3 more. 2, and the last one, and we reverse. Five, we got a couple more. And last one, bring that leg back into center and then lower it down all the way. Perfect. Now, we'll take that ball with us. And what I want you to do is hold it in your hand, bring the arms up towards the ceiling. You can extend both legs out. Shoulders are going to be down away from the ears. I want you to squeeze into that ball a little bit so we're getting a little bit of a work in our arms. We're going to inhale and exhale. Make sure you're squeezing your legs together. We're going to curl all the way up. So a little squeeze in that ball. Inhale. Exhale, begin to curl all the way up with that ball in your hand. All right, now squeeze into the ball, little tiny pulse into that ball, and we lower all the way down. Bring the hand back up towards the ceiling. Okay, so keep squeezing into the ball. We're gonna curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Roll all the way up. Pause at the top, squeeze the ball a little harder, and lower all the way down. Bring the arms up. 2 more just like that. So curl up. Pause at the top, squeeze into that ball, and lower it down. Beautiful. Last one. Curl up. Squeeze into the ball. And then we lower all the way down. Perfect. All right, so we'll take the ball, we'll place it in between our knees next. And you can place your feet down on the ground. We're gonna do some bridges. So shoulders are down away from the ears. I want you to squeeze the ball just a tiny little bit so you activate the pelvic floor. Inner thighs are working. We're gonna go ahead and lift the hips up, tucking the tailbone under, and then lowering it down. Now, every time you lift up, I want you to maintain the squeeze in the ball. So there's no releasing of the ball. We're squeezing it the entire time. And lower. Let's do 4 more. Lift and lower. No release in that ball. Last 2. And on the next one, we're gonna hold it up. Stay here. Now we're gonna pulse into that ball. So it's a micro squeeze because you're already squeezing it. It's a tiny little pulse in. Hold it. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the ball as hard as you can and lower all the way down. Perfect. Okay. So keeping the ball where it is, just extend the right leg out. I want you to extend the right leg out. I want you to hold your arms down onto the ground. Level out your hips, and we're going to lift up here. So lifting the hips up. Now we're going to pulse into the ball. Little tiny squeezes into that ball for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, place the foot down, and lower the hips down. Take a big, deep inhale. Exhale, lift up. Keep the squeeze in that ball. Lift that left leg up. All right. Now, level out the hips, and we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, lower all the way down. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Perfect. Okay. So we'll take the ball, place it behind the right knee. And we're going to do some toe taps. Okay. So knees are going to be in line with each other. We're going to bring the hands behind the head. We'll curl head, neck, and shoulders up. And we're just going to tap that right leg down towards the ground, right foot down towards the ground, and then bring it back up. So right foot taps down and up, down and up. So you should feel just the right side, right lower ab working here. If you want to make this more challenging, you can extend the left leg out. That'll make it a little harder. Or you can just stay with that left leg in tabletop. So totally up to you. We're going to do 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring that right knee back up. Okay, so now we're going to alternate. So alternate toe taps. So right toe tap, then left toe tap. Now you still only have the ball in the right leg. Right and left. Right and left. Right, left. We're going to do 2 more. And back in. Perfect. Okay, switch the ball to the left side. Hold it here. Now, okay, we tap the left toes down and lift up. Tap down and lift. Now, if you want to make it a little harder, you can extend that right leg out. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. You got 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Now bend that right knee. If you had it extended, we alternate toe taps. Almost like you're marching. Tap, 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 and alternate. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Go ahead and lower all the way down. All right. So we'll take the ball. You're going to place the ball underneath your left foot. So the ball was on the left leg. You're going to place it underneath your left foot. Perfect. Okay, so you can keep your right foot down to start. Okay, your left foot is on top of the ball. We're going to go back into our little bridges. So go ahead and whenever you're ready, dig into the right heel, lift the hips up, and then lower back down. So we're going to lift the hips up and lower, and lower. Lift and lower. All right, let's do 8. And lower, and 7. And lower. Lower, and 5. Last 4. Keep digging through the right heel. 3, 2. All right, we're gonna lift up. On this one, we're gonna hold. Okay, now I want you to press down with your left foot into that ball. You're gonna give me little tiny pulses lifting up, digging down with the left foot now for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Okay, now roll the leg out. Left leg extends out all the way, and then you roll it back. Left leg extends out and roll it back. Out and back. So we're transferring the weight from left to right when we're doing these. And back. 3 more. 3, 2, and last 1. Bring it back and lower the hips down. All right, we'll switch the ball to the right foot. So we're starting with most of the pressure being on that left foot now, okay? Right foot is on the ball. We're gonna lift the hips up and lower down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And lower. 6 and 5. Last 4. 3, 2. Last one, we hold it here. Now dig in through the right foot, little pulses up, getting higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it nice and high. Now the pressure should be on the right leg. We're going to shift it to the left, extend that right leg out, and pull it in. Now the left leg is doing the brunt of the work. 4 and in. 5 and in. Almost there. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower the hips all the way down. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to take a figure 4 stretch. So you're going to cross the right leg over the left, pull that left leg in towards you, stretch the right glutes out. And we can go ahead and switch. Perfect. And back. Okay, lower all the way down. Okay, so let's go ahead and rotate onto our side. So we'll take our ball, and we're just going to rotate onto our right side. And you can come down and lay down. All right, so we're going to take the ball in front of us, and we're going to hold it here. We're going to use it to kind of press down into it and lift our waistline up, okay? So both knees are bent. I'm going to stay here with my hand supporting my neck. My hips are stacked. My shoulders are stacked. I'm going to use my pressure into my hand to lift my waistline off of the ground and then lower back down. So I'm literally just lifting like a couple of inches. So I'm pressing down into the ball, lifting up. I'm using some muscles underneath my shoulders to lift up my shoulder blades and my armpits. And we're pressing down, lifting and lowering. Lift, and you're trying to almost like create as much space between your waistline and the ground as possible. Let's do 4 more. Lift and lower, lift and lower. It's a mild little stretch, but also a little bit of work. We'll do last 2 and last 1, lower down. Perfect.
Take your hand on top of the ball, press down into the ball so that you're creating a little bit of tension on your tricep. You're gonna take the left leg out. Yes, okay. So simultaneously, as we lift the leg, I want you to press down into the ball and then lower, release. Press down and lower. Now, can you get your waistline to lift up just a tiny little bit, just like we did before as you press down into the ball? So you're using that ball to kind of get you to have some height and some space in between the ground and your waist. Lift and lower. Let's do 5. Lower, 4, and lower. 3. Last 2. Last one, lift up, hold here, lift, stay here, and lower down. Okay, keep your leg lifted. We're gonna go ahead and not lift the waistline now. We're just going to lift and press into the ball. So we lift, press into the ball, no lifting of the waistline. Lift and lower. Squeeze into that ball and lower. Squeeze and lower. Now you'll notice that your waistline wants to lift up too, right? So we trained it to kind of get up, and now it's kind of wanting to do that little lift as you press down into the ball. Let's do 3 more. 2. The last one, we're gonna hold it up, little tiny pulses into the ball and with the leg. Little tiny pulses, up, down, up, down, up, down. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Last 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. Relax, relax the shoulders. Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna do some inner thighs in this move. Okay, so you're gonna take that top leg that we just worked, place it down in front of you so the knee is kind of bent. We can take it into a stretch first. So go ahead and press out into that knee. Let the hips open up a little bit. And then you're gonna take your hand back on top of that ball. You're gonna keep the bottom leg extended now. Now we're gonna lift the bottom leg, but the same thing, we're gonna press down into the ball. Try to get that waistline to lift up and lower. Get that waistline to lift up and lower. Press down, lift. So we're working our triceps, we're working our biceps too. Waistline is working, inner thigh is working, lots of things happening here. All right. Let's do 5, 4, lift that hip. Last 1, we're gonna hold it up, little tiny pulses, lift, lift for 8, 7, keep that waistline lifted, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. Perfect. Okay, so on this one, no lifting the waist, okay? We're gonna keep the waist down, but you're gonna see how it automatically wants to lift up. Okay, hands here. We're gonna go ahead and lift, press down into the ball and lower. So that's when we're in class, normally we're always like, lift the waistline up. This is that movement that we're trying to create. A lot of times we don't have the ball, but that's when we say, lift that waistline up. That's kind of what we mean. You're trying to get it away from the mat or away from the carriage. Lift. So it's almost like a contraction of the abs. Let's do 3 more. 2. The last one, we're gonna lift up. We're gonna hold little tiny pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. Relax the head. You can extend the legs. Bring that ball up and over. Take a nice little stretch here. Perfect. So before we go to the other side, we're going to do some work on our back. So you're going to rotate onto your belly. Place the ball on your hand. Let your head lower down to the ground. Press down into the ball. Get the shoulders away from the ears. feet are gonna stay down. You're gonna roll the ball towards you and you're gonna lift your torso up. Now keep your gaze towards the ground so that you don't create wrinkles in the back of the neck. And then you're gonna lower back down. Head comes down towards the ground. Roll the ball in towards you, shoulders down away from the ears. And low. So each time you lift up, I want you to try to perfect that movement, right? Where your shoulders glide down and away from the ears, the neck is long, your gaze is down, you're pressing into the ball. There's no rush on these. We're not trying to get out of it. We're getting our back to go into that extension. We're squeezing the glutes, pressing the hips down into the ground. Each time trying to notice maybe a different muscle in your body activate. Let's do 2 more. Last one, we're gonna lift up, we're gonna hold here. 5, 4, make sure your shoulders are gliding down your back. 3, 2, 1, lower all the way down. Okay, you're gonna keep the ball on the left hand. The right hand is gonna have no ball. All right, so from here, we're gonna lift up. We're gonna inhale and exhale, lift up, press the ball down. Press all your pressure into that left hand to lift yourself up. And then lower back down. Lift up, press into that ball. And then lower down. We're gonna do 5, so we got 3 more. And lower. Last 2. And lower. Last 1. And lower. All right, switch the ball to the right hand. Let's do the same work on the other side. So inhale, exhale, lift, and lower. So you should feel that right shoulder now start to take the brunt of the work. The right side of the body, the right side of the back extensor muscles. Last 2. And the last 1. And lower. Beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna place both hands on the ball now. We're gonna bend our elbows. So our elbows are out to the side, okay? So keep your head down. We're gonna press into the ball and we're gonna lift up, lifting our legs, lifting our head, but keeping our elbows on the ground. You should feel the activation in your triceps, the muscles underneath your armpits, and then you're gonna lower back down. Let's do that again. Press down, keep the elbows down, feel the muscles in the triceps fire up to get you to lift the muscles underneath your armpits and lower down. Let's do 2 more. Lift, squeeze, press into the ball as hard as you can. Try to get a couple inches higher and then lower down. The last one, we're gonna hold. Lift, keep those elbows into the mat. Lift, 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 up, up, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. Relax. Okay. So we're gonna transition to our left side now so that we can do that same leg work that we did on the other side. I'm just gonna rotate to this side. You're just gonna roll on over to the other side. Perfect. Okay. So my bottom leg is gonna be bent for this one. Hand is on top of that ball. We're gonna work first on that waistline. So actually both legs can stay bent for this one. Hand on that ball, we're gonna press up, lift, and lower. So we're just kind of getting that muscle memory happening, right? We're gonna press down into the ball, lift the waistline up. We're gonna get the muscles in the waistline to remember this as we do the rest of the exercises. So we lift and lower. Contracting the waistline. You got 5 more. 3, and I'm just lifting enough to get my shoulders off of the ground, my waist creating a tiny little rainbow. Last one, lift up and lower down. Okay, we're gonna extend that top leg out. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing now. So we're gonna lift the leg up, we're gonna press down into the ball, lift that waistline up and lower. So lift and lower, lift and lower. And it kind of takes a couple of times to get that movement to flow smoothly, right? To get all the muscles to activate at the right time. Lift and lower, and lower. Perfect. All right. Last one, we're gonna lift, we're gonna hold, little tiny pulses up, up, press down into the ball, up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. You can relax the head if you want. Take a little quick second here. We have one more here. This one is where the waistline stays down and we just lift and lower. Remember, it's still gonna remember that movement. It's gonna wanna come up. So as we press down, we're gonna squeeze and lower. Squeeze and lower, but we're contracting it without lifting the shoulders, without lifting the waistline off of the ground. Just a little contraction and lower. Lift and lower. We're gonna do 5 more. 5. Last 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold little tiny pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. Take a little stretch if you'd like. So this next one, we're gonna bend the foot down. We're gonna extend the bottom leg. You can take a little stretch first, pressing out into that knee. Now we're gonna work those inner thighs and that waistline. Okay, so hand on top of that ball. We're gonna flex that bottom foot. Same thing, you're gonna lift up, try to get that waistline to come up and then lower. Lift and lower. And lower. And lower for 6. And lift. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we lift up, we hold, little tiny pulses, press into that ball, lifting just a couple more inches. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. Take a little stretch. We have one last set. This one we keep the waist down and we just use the ball to kind of press down and get that activation. Okay, ready? Go ahead and press and lift and lower. Press, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lower. 5. Last 4. You've got this. 3, 2. Last 1. We're gonna hold little tiny pulses. Squeeze that waistline for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. All right, take that ball overhead, stretch the legs out. Take a nice little stretch here. Perfect. All right, so you can leave the ball where it is. We'll rotate onto our bellies. We're gonna do some more back work here, but without the ball, okay? So this time I want you to bring your hands down by your hips. Your head is gonna stay down. We're gonna lift everything up, palms off, or hands off of the ground, head, shoulders, everything, the leg is gonna lift up. Take a big deep inhale. Exhale, lift everything up, shoulders down away from the ears. Gaze stays down. Lift, 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 and lower everything down. All right, we lift. Squeeze those arms together. Try to get them as high as possible, and then lower down. Palms are facing up. Inhale, exhale, lift. And lower. All right, let's do 3 more. Lift and lower. Last 2. And lower. And last 1. And lower all the way down. Take your hands by your chest, press yourself up, and take a little child's pose. Nice. All right, we're gonna come into a tabletop position. We're gonna work our triceps a little bit. So what I want us to do is walk our hands forward as much as we can. Perfect. Okay, so now you're still in that kind of tabletop. Your hands are just forward a little bit. Go ahead and we're gonna bend our elbows, tap them down to the ground, and then lift up. So just a small little tap and then lift. So it's gonna feel like we're not doing much at first, but we're gonna get those triceps to kick in. So tap and lift. And lift. All right, let's do 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4. We're gonna go into little pulses next. We got 2. Last one, bend down halfway, little tiny pulses, down, down, down. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Here's where you start to feel the burn. 3, 2, 1, and lift all the way up. Press yourself into a child's pose. Hopefully you felt that. All right. Come back into that tabletop position. Hands are down now, or they're gonna be right underneath your shoulders, hips are right underneath your, or knees are right underneath your hips. Okay, we're gonna take the right leg, we're gonna flex it up towards the ceiling. Okay, now watch the hip, make sure the hip is not rotating out, keep that hip pressing down. All right, so from here, we're gonna shoot that heel up and then bring it back down. Shoot the heel up and down. So it's just like a little donkey kick up towards the ceiling. We're gonna add to this though. So we're kicking the heel up, squeezing the glutes. My hips stay level, there's no arching in my back. We got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. You're gonna bring that knee into the nose, round the spine, and then you're gonna shoot it back up. Heel kicks up towards the ceiling. So knee to nose, heel kick. Knee to nose, heel kick. Now make sure when you're doing that heel kick, you're not going into an extension and arching your back. I want the move to come from squeezing that glute. Knee to nose, heel kick. Knee to nose, heel kick. We got 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. All right, now hold that leg up. You're gonna bring that knee to that right elbow and back up. Knee to that right elbow and back. Each time you kick that knee, that heel up, make sure you squeeze the glutes. Here's your tushy workout. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Go ahead and place that knee down. If you want to take a child's pose, you can. All right, so since we're here, let's go ahead and stretch out that glute. So walk the hands over towards the left, let the hips sink to the right, stretch out that right glute that we just worked. And we're gonna come back into center. Place the hands back into center and the lift up. We'll stretch the other side once we're done with the other side. Okay, so tabletop position. You're gonna go ahead and take that
heel up towards the ceiling. Remember, no letting that hip open up. You're staying with your hips pointing down. You're just shooting that heel towards the ceiling. Squeezing that glute. 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, last one, knee to nose, kick it up. Knee to nose, kick it up. Knee to nose, and up. Up, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold that leg out. Okay, knee to elbow, kick it up. Knee to elbow, up. We got 6, 5, knee to elbow for 4, last 3, 2, last one. Place that knee down, take a child's pose, walk the hands over towards the left, or towards the right. Sink the hips down towards the left. Stretch out the left glute. Nice. Come back into center. We'll press up into the tabletop one more time, but this time we're just gonna use it for some stretching. So you're gonna take your left foot, place it right beside your your left hand. And then we're just gonna start to walk our hands forward, and you're gonna shift the hips forward and back. Yeah, and then find a spot where it feels like comfy and you wanna hang out there for a little bit longer to open up the front of that right hip. And then you're gonna press it back, and then we're gonna start to walk our hands back so that we can straighten that left leg. Perfect. And now from here, I want you to flex your left foot, really sink that left hip kind of down, and just start to walk the hands forward. So you're feeling the nice stretch on that left leg now. Perfect. And then go ahead and bend that knee, and you can place that foot back, leg back. Now let's take a couple of little swirls here with the hips. So that's a little intense for the hips sometimes, so just kind of swirl it around. And then you're gonna come back into that tabletop. You're gonna take that right foot to the outside of that right hand. You're gonna walk the hands forward, and you're just gonna kind of find a sticky spot and just play around with it, just moving back and forth. Feel if you have any stiffness anywhere, and just kind of hang out there. Feel free to spend a little bit extra time in the spot that is a little tighter. And then from here, you're gonna walk your hands back. You're gonna flex that foot, and you can just hinge forward, trying to stretch out the right leg now. Perfect. And then go ahead and bend that knee, bring that foot back, and we'll just take swirls in the kind of opposite direction with the hips to loosen it up. Nice big circles. Perfect. And then we'll sink back onto our heels. We'll just take a couple of deep breaths. So bring the arms up, take a big deep inhale. Exhale, lower the arms. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale. And we are done. Thank you so much. Let me unmute you here. Have Why can't I unmute you? There we go.
Thank you. It was a great class.
You're welcome. Oh, look, my hair is a mess.
My hair's always a mess. I mean, I haven't I haven't tried to look good in I don't know how long.
Oh my goodness, I know. My eyebrows, I haven't done my eyebrows, my hair, my grays are coming in, my nails are a mess. It's like,
No, I need
we're
a
back to
whole
caveman style.
No, it's really quite amazing how you can just you have to let it go. I can't,
I mean, yeah, what are you gonna do?
which is fine. It's a lot easier waking up, putting the hair like this.
Exactly. And think about all the money you're saving, you know?
We don't go out to dinner anymore. We don't go here. We don't do this. We're just racking it in.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much. And I'll see you next week, hopefully.
All right. See you next
Stay
week.
safe
Bye.
and everybody well. Oh, I
Yeah,
see
that's my little one.
So cute. Enjoy them. Enjoy them.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi, baby. What's up?